Rome is famous for its historical sites, beautiful architecture, rich history, and of course, delicious cuisines. If you're visiting this culturally rich tourist destination during your next vacation, you'll want to experience all that Rome has to offer. To help you do that, in this video, we'll be going through the best places you can visit in Rome. We've included all the tourist favorites alongside some more obscure destinations so you can get the full Roman experience. Without further ado, let's dive right in with our first entry. The Colosseum. There is nothing more iconic to Rome than the Colosseum, so of course, it has to be the first place you should see during your stay in Rome. The Colosseum was opened in 80 AD, and it was home to some of the bloodiest spectacles in Roman history played out in front of a huge audience. These fights between gladiators, fighters, and animals were even attended by emperors of the Roman Empire. A good chunk of the Colosseum is destroyed today, but you can still visit the historic site and see a glimpse of the ancient Roman culture. The historical importance and the gorgeous architecture of the Colosseum make it one of the best places in Rome that you just have to visit. Plus, you can boast to your friends that you've seen one of the 7 wonders of the world after visiting the Colosseum. Forum Romanum. Near the Colosseum, you'll find the Forum Romanum, which used to be the very center of the Roman Empire. Here, you can see tons of excavated sites, including arches, temples, and markets. So, if you're a history buff or you just want to see how the ancient Romans used to live, then this place is a must visit. You can also opt for a guided tour of the Forum Romanum to learn even more about this historic site. Palatine Hill. Palatine Hill can also be located near the Colosseum and Forum Romanum. It holds significant importance as it's one of the 7 hills of Rome. According to Roman mythology, Palatine Hill is also where the city of Rome was founded by twins raised by a wolf. But what attracts tourists to this place are the ruins of the imperial residences of Roman emperors. Some of them have been preserved quite well, so you can see what kind of residence the Roman emperors had during their reigns. Isn't that interesting? Pantheon. The Pantheon is considered to be the most well-preserved ancient building in the whole of Rome, and rightfully so. You can see the famous columns and the huge dome of this beautiful piece of architecture just as they would have appeared back when constructed. The unique lighting inside also gives off a dreamy look like none other. Plus, you'll find the tomb of the first king of Italy right inside the Pantheon. Not to mention, you can visit the Pantheon completely free of charge, unlike most other places in Rome. Vatican City. Located within Rome, Vatican City is a completely independent state. The Vatican City has so much to offer. You can visit the famous Vatican Museums to admire the artworks of some of the most famous artists in history. This includes Michelangelo, Caravaggio, and Raphael. The Sistine Chapel is also worth seeing as its roof was painted by Michelangelo too. Aside from that, you can also stop by St. Peter's Square and St. Peter's Basilica, both of which are popular tourist attractions. The Spanish Steps. Who can even say that they fully experienced all that Rome has to offer without being to the famous Spanish Steps? The Spanish Steps are the widest and longest set of stairs in the whole of Europe. But that's not what attracts so many tourists to this place. It's the surrounding view that makes sitting on these steps an experience to be had. At the top of the stairs is a church, and halfway down, you'll find the Chicelli House. The Spanish Steps link the Piazza di Spagna and Piazza Trinità dei Monti, both of which are worth stopping by due to their beautiful architecture. Villa Borghese Gallery and Gardens. The Villa Borghese Gallery may be the most visited museum in Rome. Not only does this museum house a huge collection of Italian art, but the building itself is a marvel to look at. Surrounding the villa are the Borghese Gardens. This beautiful public park is filled with fountains all around for your viewing pleasure. Plus, there's a botanical garden inside as well if you wish to see exotic flora. Baths of Caracalla. The Baths of Caracalla give tourists a look into the life of ancient Romans. This huge bathhouse is a sight to behold, capable of housing 2,500 visitors. Built in the 3rd century CE, it was looted and was a victim of earthquakes multiple times throughout history. Today, this large complex lies in ruin. However, you can still admire the Roman history and culture reflected in these ruins today. Via Appia Antica. Via Appia Antica is among the oldest roads in Rome, and it provides a wonderful scenic view as you travel on it. A great way to admire this view is on a bike. You'll get to cycle along the same path used by the ancient Romans, while also getting to see the wonderful skyline of Rome against the blue sky. Although this road was built for trade and moving troops, it also has various funerary monuments located at its side. One such funerary monument is the Catacombs of San Callisto. These catacombs go down 5 levels and house about 500,000 bodies. Even some of the popes were buried within these walls. So be sure to stop by and see these scary yet interesting catacombs for yourself as you ride through Via Appia Antica. Trastevere. Breaking off from the popular tourist spots, head to the Trastevere district during your visit to Rome. This district is a prime example of a traditional Italian neighborhood. The narrow streets and maze-like passageways snaking through the buildings are very enjoyable to walk through. You'll get a glimpse of the skyline of Rome, but what's really worth seeing are the locals going about their business and the shops displaying all kinds of items for you to purchase. Plus, you can also find great food at any of the local restaurants in the district if you get hungry. Once you're done exploring the Trastevere district, it's time to head to Gianicolo Hill, where you can get a wonderful view of Trastevere. The Trastevere district is a must-visit spot for experiencing Italian culture firsthand. Piazza del Popolo. The Piazza del Popolo is one of a kind. At its center is an Egyptian obelisk made above a fountain. On both sides of the plaza are the twin churches Santa Maria dei Miracoli and Santa Maria in Monte Santo. The famous Augustinian Basilica of Santa Maria del Popolo is also located here. But the main attraction is bound to be the Pinizio Terrace. From this vantage point, you can get an unmatched view of Rome. The gorgeous view will leave you speechless. You can get to Piazza del Popolo via Via Corso, the main shopping street in Rome. Via Condotti and Via del Corso. We didn't forget to include something for the shopping lovers on our list. For you, we have the Via Condotti and Via del Corso, which are both popular shopping areas. If you want to buy souvenirs from your trip to Rome, these markets are the places to be. You'll find well-known brands in Via del Corso, such as Zara and H&M. But if you want to experience the more prestigious side of the market, then Via Condotti is home to brands like Gucci, Armani, and Prada. Campo di Fiori. Campo di Fiori is the produce market of Rome, and it should definitely be a spot on your trip to the wonderful city of Rome. In this bustling market, you'll find shops full of bright-colored, delicious fruits ready for you to enjoy. What sets this market apart is that it's as authentic as it comes when it comes to Italian culture. You can walk through Campo di Fiori and experience the local culture in its full glory. Plus, all the produce here is cheap compared to the more tourist-favorite markets of Rome. So if you want to bring home some high-quality products from your trip, this is the place for you. Do you think we missed your favorite place in Rome? Why not tell us about it in the comments section? Like and subscribe to get more interesting travel videos like these. Until next time, safe travels!